raise the roof or the rim up to 10 feet, just to get my reps in. All right, arithmetic and geometric sequences. Arithmetic is when you're adding the same amount each time, and geometric is when you are multiplying the same thing each time. So let me get this out of here. The common difference is the thing that you are adding each time for an arithmetic sequence, and the common ratio is when you are multiplying the same amount, which again, we're going to do in the next section. Today is all arithmetic. So identifying if something is an arithmetic or arithmetic sequence. I hear smarter people than me say arithmetic. I always used to say arithmetic. I mean, it doesn't matter. So we need to see if we're adding the same amount each time. If so, find the common first difference and the next term. So if you look at this pattern, -3 to 2, that's adding 5. 2 to 7 is 5. 7 to 12 is 5. 12 to 17 is 5. So it is, yes, the common difference, we'll call it D, equals 5. And then the next term, if we kept that pattern going, would be 22. Cool. Okay, B, if I can, there we go. -4 to -12 is down 8, and that's down 12. So as soon as we find a difference in there, it's not an arithmetic sequence. So we don't have a common difference, and we're not going to find the next term because it's not an arithmetic sequence. You can figure it out from the pattern, probably. Times 3 times 2. Yeah, all right. That one's not a sequence, so, or sorry, an arithmetic or geometric sequence. Okay, 1.9 down to 1.2. And by the way, the easiest thing you could do is just do the second term minus the term before it. So that's going down 0.7, 0.7, 0.7, 0.7. So yes, and we're going to count it, so we're subtracting 0.7, but we're going to say that's like adding -0.7. So that's our D on this one. If we kept that going to the next number, it would be -1.6. Okay? And then let's look at this. I see the 11 stays the same. There's a pattern here for sure. The next one would probably be 11 over 7, then 11 over 8. But it is not adding the same amount each time. So this is not an arithmetic sequence. All right, now here's the general formula for it. A sub n equals a sub 1, which is your first term, plus it's always going to be n minus 1 because your first term is already handled here, times d, which is your common difference. That's the number being added to or subtracted from each thing. And if it's subtracted, you just put it as negative. So find the 10th term of the arithmetic sequence 32, 25, 18, 11, and 4. So figure out the pattern first. I see that it's going down 7 each time. Now, if it just said the 10th sequence, you can keep that pattern going until you find the 10th number. That's a good backup. But if I said find the 7,001st term of this sequence, that would take a while. So it's better to just know the formula for this. So let's get the general formula first. A sub n equals our first term, 32, plus, it's always n minus 1 times our common difference, which is -7. Now, this is a pretty easy formula to work with. And if you're just finding one term, I would just use this formula. But if you had to crank out a bunch of terms, I prefer to simplify the right half of this equation. So you can distribute this -7, which would give you -7n plus 7, and then you can combine your 32 plus 7. So we'd have a sub n equals -7n plus 32. So if they're find the 6th, 7th, and 12th, I like having this formula. But we're going to finish this on the next one.